Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, hope you're all good. So we've got a drumming gig coming up this weekend, so I'm just going to take a few minutes now to run through the equipment that I'm going to take, make sure everything's included and in proper order, make sure we don't forget everything. So come with me and I'll take you through everything. Okay, so first job is to get everything out. Let's talk you through all the pieces. Here's my protection racket hardware bag, protection racket mat, bass drum, floor tom, rack tom, and that's my Tama Star Classic kit. Here's my cymbals, which we'll look at in a sec. Here's a Mapex Black Falcon snare drum, which is my main snare. Here's another snare, which is my second snare. Here's my throne and sticks. Here are my microphones and wireless setup. Here are my pedals. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 things. That's how I know that I've got everything. Let's set the mat up so we can see that we've got everything. So this is a normal standard protection racket mat. I've had this for years, to be honest with you. It's probably getting a bit ropey now, and it costs quite a lot of money, but definitely worth its weight in gold. This is the Star Classic kit. It's actually new. Look at that, it's called Dark Raspberry Fade, Dark Molten Raspberry Fade or something. I used these the other day in rehearsal, so it's fine. Look at that finish though. Looks beautiful, doesn't it? I'll do a full review of these. Here's the kick drum, quick check over, spurs are all good. I always take a spare head with me as well. So I've got an old head there that I use. In terms of snare drums, this is a Mapex Black Panther snare. This case came with the drum. Now, obviously we have the drum, and this is a walnut snare, so it matches really nicely with the drum kit. But also in here, I've got a pocket for a spare head, another pocket here. So what I've got in here is my Tama Rhythm Watch metronome. Now, I won't need to use it on this gig, probably, but I also take a spare snare, and this is a brass snare. To be fair, I might use this one. It's a brass snare from an independent maker called Gary Noonan. In my cymbal case, in the front pocket we have a few spare felts and stuff. In this pocket, here's my hi-hats, K Custom Dark top and bottom, and I've also got two clutches, the Yamaha for the hardware we're going to take tomorrow, and a Tama which goes with my lightweight hardware. You're probably getting the idea here now. Take spare things. So we've got a spare snare head, in fact a whole spare snare. We've got a spare bass drum head. You could actually manage without one of the toms, you could do the gig. Here's a small K Custom Fast Crash, which I don't usually set up. Here's a Custom Dark Crash 18-inch, which is brilliant. Well, it's actually quite dark sounding, but it's a really nice cymbal. Here's a Dark Thin Crash, which I use as my second crash. And then here is my 20-inch Dark Custom Ride, which I sometimes just use as a second crash as well, and they all fit nicely in this mono cases. Cymbal bag. Regular viewers of the channel will have seen this bag before. It's my Tama throne bag, throne top, throne bass. Now, what you'll have seen before is that I did actually have my small stick bag before in here, but I'm going to take this larger one. So I take a mixture of stuff. On this side I tend to have my smaller sticks, so these are my 7As, which I tend to use quite a lot. Got these beaters over here, but if it's a louder gig, and tomorrow might be, got a selection of 5As, and to be honest with you, I mean anything. Far too many drum keys, moon gel, and a spanner, well, two spanners. Oh, another metronome, jolly good. My ACS earplugs, and here's a practice pad just for warming up, like that. That is fine. It means the bag's a little bit heavy, but there we go. So these are my Yamaha pedals, two beaters, a Danmar and the standard one. I just use the standard one usually. That is an FP 9500C, which means chain, but I actually use the belt on it because I prefer it. But I've also got an 8500 which is like a foldy up version with a slightly longer footboard. And to be fair, that's just my spare. They just about fit in here. This is a single pedal bag, but obviously I want to take a spare. See, get the idea. Somebody once said to me, 2 is 1, 1 is none. And this is a professional gig, and I'm getting paid quite a lot of money to do it. So you don't want to actually be messing around. Okay, so this is a protection racket rolling hardware bag. So let me show you what's in here then. That's a vocal mic stand. Well, I'll use it for vocals. I'm doing backing vocals. That's a mic stand I'll use for an overhead. This is the mic stand for the kick mic. This is a K&M stand for my iPad, which mounts on there. I'll be using my iPad for the set list and also to control my in-ear monitor mix, which we'll talk about in a bit. Right, this is a Tama fast clamp, and I would clamp my rhythm watch onto that. That is my bass drum mount for the tom. These are 3 floor tom legs. I actually use this. This will take 2 cymbals. When you see setup pictures tomorrow, you'll see how that's got 2 cymbals on it. This is for another cymbal. So I'll use a ride and 2 crashes. That's a snare stand. That's the top of the hi-hat stand, and that's the bottom of the hi-hat stand. So this is all Yamaha 700 series hardware. But what I'm just going to do is I'm going to go and get another snare stand. So it gives you the option of having a spare, because 2 is 1, 1 is none, or I can mount my rack tom on it. So let's count them in. Hi-hat, cymbal, cymbal, snare, snare, tom holder, thing for the metronome, 3 tom legs. So that's all the hardware we need for that. Then try and distribute the weight so not all the heavy stuff's down at one end. Vocal mic, an overhead mic, iPad stand. This is the kick drum mic, and then this here is the little thing that the iPad goes on. Final thing then, in here, that is my electronics. Right, so it's a big gig tomorrow, so we're miking up all the drums. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 XLR leads. That's for my in-ear monitors, which we'll talk about. And here's the microphones. So this is my vocal mic, Shure SM58, which has certainly been around the block a few times, but it works. This is an Electrovoice PL37. That's my overhead condenser mic. This is my kick drum mic. And I really like this. It's a Shure Beta 52A. That's industry standard. Sounds absolutely tremendous. This is my snare mic, SM57. Again, a bit battered. It's done about 1 million gigs. And I've got 2 of these. I'll just show you one of them. It's an Electrovoice PL35. This is for one of the toms, and this is for the other tom. So we know that we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mics. That's 5 drums and vocals. This desk here, okay, that's just a little Behringer, don't even know what it is, Xenix. And I use this for my in-ear monitors. Now we'll do a review of how these work, but basically from the desk my monitor feed will go here, and I'll just take it out into my headphones there. Okay, back up in-ear monitors, just some Shure SE215s I think, and again from ACS, because ACS have got my ear molds. I've got these, I won't get them out, but these are some moulded, well that's one of them, a moulded in-ear monitor. So what we have to do is count everything back in. So I always do this before going to a gig, because you know, if you get there and you haven't got anything, particularly if you're being paid good money, then you're in trouble, aren't you? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put everything back in, and then we'll join up for a summary. Thanks guys. There's a fair amount of stuff there, so let's just count through them again. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 5 drum bags, 6 with cymbals, 7 with stool, 8 with pedals, 9, 10, 11. So if I know that I've got 11 things packed, I know that I've got everything. So I'm going to put it all away now, mark it off as a job done. I'll go over my set list on my iPad, make sure all is good. Anything I need to rehearse again, although I've done quite a few gigs with this band. Never want to be complacent, you always want to do the best job you can. So yeah, thanks for watching now guys. We'll pick this up tomorrow when we load up for the gig, show you what the venue's like, show you a bit of the setup, and we'll take it from there. So cheers for now guys, thanks for watching, bye. Hi guys, welcome back. So here we are the next day with the stuff ready to go in the car. It was quite fun when we arrived at the venue because you could actually drive in and park in there. So there's the empty stage, and obviously we then set up. It took us about an hour all told, and here's some nice pictures of the kit under the lights and the big stage. And here we are just before sound check from my view. Another couple of shots of the kit. And here we can see it was a pretty raucous crowd. And then just to finish off, here's a pan of the whole room. There's about 450 guests at this do. And it went down well. The kit sounded great. All the mics worked perfectly. I used my in-ear monitors to great effect. So that's basically it guys. Thanks ever so much for watching. Stay tuned for more similar content. And I'll see you all in a few days. Thank you very much. Cheers for now. Bye.